Hi everyone, welcome to Technical RPA. This video we are going to discuss about natural language processing. So how the natural language processing is very important. So what is the classification natural language processing? So what is the part of natural language processing in artificial intelligence? So when we talk about artificial intelligence, the main core value come under natural language processing or NLP. So NLP is a branch of artificial intelligence. NLP is a interaction between computers and human languages. Before moving to NLP, so we will learn through why NLP is very important. So what is the part of NLP in artificial intelligence? Why do we concentrate on NLP? So there is a fast growing collection of useful applications derived from the field of study. The range from simple to complex. Suppose you are moving to spell check, keyword search, finding synonyms, extracting information from website, maybe positive and negative sentiment of longer documents, machine translation, spoken dialogue system, complex question answering. So these kind of input and output systems. Suppose you are sending some inputs, based on the input, some output needs to generate. Instead of human, the machine needs to send some output. Or machine has to get the input and it has to grasp the input and it has to give the proper value of output. So these kind of things has to be happen through NLP. For example, when this NLP or natural language processing will be fit on it in the world of artificial intelligence or else in the world of technology. In income tax department, so you can see our income tax department or else finance, which is custom department. So they are planning to search a particular word. Suppose think through that. Income tax officer want to search a word gold in a particular area or particular data item or particular people area. So in that case, he has to give the word as gold. Is it has to give maybe in a person they have thousand pages are available in particular person's account. So in that case, they don't want to get all the values. They want to get only the gold value of the particular person in across their document in across the year. So in that case, the natural language processing come into the picture. So it will come under the keyword search. So it will search the keyword and it will repeat whatever and it will give the values. So how much gold that person has been in year 2018 or 2020 or else upcoming or future or past. So everything come under in keyword search of NLP. So NLP will fit in many areas. So what is mean by NLP? So what is the classification in NLP? NLP is the classification of NLU, natural language understanding, and natural language generation. So which is first thing is understanding, which is input. The second thing is generation, which will give the output. So these are the two main components in NLP. We must have to be learn these through components across NLP. So NLP will be defined, NLP will be standing upon the two stones, which is NLU and NLG, understanding and generation. The first machine has to understand the requirement, and second it will give the generation, which means output, understanding and giving the output. This is two part or two stones of NLP. So in simply we can tell NLP, it is a way for the computer to analyze, understand and derive meaning from human language in a smart way. So maybe human has to give some 100 keywords, but it has to taken from one simple keyword and it has to analyze and it will give the output. So that is the way. So in main thing of NLP is natural language. So what is natural language? Natural language means a human language. Naturally, what we are speaking, it would be the human language. Natural language is all about the human what we are speaking, like English, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, or else Spanish, Japanese. That all the things are come under natural languages. Whatever the human is speaking on it. So, what is natural language understanding? How the machine is understanding our human language is part of natural language understanding in the branch in NLP. Artificial intelligence is umbrella. Under the umbrella, there is one branch is natural language processing. Under the branch, there is a two stones which is NLU and NLG. See, the first thing, if you talk about NLU, is the input stone and NLG is the output stone. See, NLU uses computer softwares, maybe COBOL, Fortran, or C language, to understand input made in the form of sentences in text or speech format. So maybe you can give the format as anything, maybe text or word or speech or else form of sentence, whatever it may be. It NLU try to understand from softwares which you given the input, and it try to generate the output with the NLG, natural language generation. So what is the example of NLU? So NLU, if we see that IBM Watson, that is one of the proper example in NLU, or else Cortana, Windows Cortana or IBM Watson or else Google Assistant. So these are all the main examples for NLU. So it is understanding, and maybe some chatbots. It is understanding what human wants to interact directly, which means NLU directly enables human computer interaction, which is HCI. So as discussed, it is IBM Watson or Cortana. So Cortana giving, I'm Cortana, how I need to help you. So these kind of come under NLU. So in short, NLU in short, as it tries to understand IP, which is input text, maybe speech. It tries to understand the human softwares. In NLU, one of the main thing is dependency parsing. Suppose think through that dependency parsing is not much big concept, but in dependency parsing we have a lot of algorithms. So suppose, uh, for example, I want to go to school. So this is one of the word or sentence. So in this sentence, I can do I can convert into three types of parsing, which is subject. So what is subject? What is object? So here you can see there is one thing. What films feature the character Papai Dali? What films is a subject, and future the character with the name is a object. It's come under NNS, VBD and NNP. Three type of dependency parsing is available. So in future videos I can explain more about how dependency parsing will be the very important thing in natural language understanding. The second stone of natural language understanding is NLG, which is natural language generation. It is a technology that simplify turns data into plain English language. So that's all. Suppose this is the simple example in NLG. Suppose Google Analytics, think through that Google Analytics giving some basic analysis. Suppose today the population, think through that. For example, today the world population is 790 crores. With the percentage and how many percentage of these people have uh, children's, how many percentage has adults, how many percentage is aged. So Google gives three types of, suppose it is giving the analytics. How NLG give the overview. You can see the overview. It is give the word format. It will give the text format. I had given the input as small thing. The world population is 2.79. Suppose for example 2.79 million, and its percentage is 74 percentage for children and 80 percentage for the adults. So this kind of small information I'm giving on it. Based on that, Google NLG is giving the overview of the entire population and everything on it. It giving the word format which is 5 to 6 lines in the language English. So what is NLG? It means that software can look at your data. So here you can see it look at my data and write a story format. This is a story format. You can see in Q1 2014, www.springhouse.org had a sizable increase. So this type of story format from it, just like a human analyst would do. You can see business analyst, human analyst, how they are giving the overview. The same as NLG will give you, it will look at your data and write a story from it, and just like a human analyst would today. Always NLG will give the overview of the story format, whatever you're giving the input. So in NLG, in short, it tries to provide output text. That is NLG. NLUS, it simply gives the input, and NLG, it simply gives the output with the story format. So here you can see NLP. So let's recap what's happened here. NLP algorithms. NLP in main thing is some of the algorithms are main. So if you want to learn some um, deeply in NLP, you have to do some basics algorithm analysis and learnings. So how the NLP algorithms will looks like, typically based on machine learning algorithms. Instead of hand coding large set of rules, sorry, NLP can rely on machine learning to automatically learn these rules by analyzing a set of examples. So here are things, summarize the blocks of text using summarizer, create a chatbot, automatically generate keyword tags, identify the type of entity extracted. So some it will come under some algorithms which is entity recognition, sentiment analysis, or portal streamer or tokenizer. So these kind of things will come under NLP. So we have to learn some probably next video I will give you some overview of NLP algorithms, how it looks like, and so using NLP how we can create some basics of text to speech or else image to text. So these kind of overviews in our next video. Thanks guys, thanks for watching this.